Well, can real estate agents have big first years? I'm talking more than 100,000 in commissions, more than 200,000, even higher than that. In this video, I'm going to answer that question and take a look at some of the comments we've gotten in other videos where we show first year agent success stories. What's up, guys? For those of you who don't know me, I'm Dan Lesniak, the best-selling author of the Hyperlocal, Hyperfast Real Estate Agent. I sold over $22 million in my first year in the business. That's what the book is about. It's helped tens of thousands of people take their business to the next level. I've since gone on to create multiple 6 and 7, even 8-figure real estate businesses. In the past, I've put out some videos like this one on TikTok where it compares my MBA education and the average starting salary for MBA graduates to what I did in my first year in the business. I've also put out videos like this one that show one of our first year agents who generated several hundred thousands of gross commission income dollars in her first year in the business. So of course we get all sorts of comments like, this isn't possible, this isn't normal, which actually is true. No one can do this, you're lying, which we're not. Right? So we get a lot of comments on this, obviously, right? There's a lot of passion about this. And statistically speaking, most new real estate agents aren't going to have a great year. According to the National Association of Realtors, most first-year agents don't make it. All right? I think less than 15% over a 5-year period will still be in the business, right? So the failure rate is tremendously high, and there's a ton of turnover in the industry in general. Most real estate agents are only at their brokerage for 2 years. That's like a 50% turnover. A lot of people getting out of the business, so success is far from guaranteed. All right? Even in a good year, the average real estate agent barely cracks $40,000. Right? Only 10% get to 100,000 of gross commission income. Less than 1% will get to 250,000. So what are the common things of the first year real estate agents who make it really big? Have years like I did, have years like Elisa did, and others that I've seen. Well, I'm going to break down what first year agents and experienced agents need to do, by the way, to rapidly grow their business. The first thing is you need to get focused. The riches are in the niches. The more you can narrow your focus, the more likely you will succeed. As a new agent, you typically don't have a lot of resources. You don't have money, typically, or a huge marketing budget. You don't have statistics. You don't have a reputation, right? So you need to narrow your focus. Don't try to be the agent of the whole town or city or area, right? Find a smaller subdivision. Find a smaller geographic area. Find a professional niche to break into, a lifestyle niche. There's all sorts of ways. I cover this in the book, by the way. It's called Segmentation, Targeting, and Positioning. Break up the market into lots of different segments, pick your target segment, and then position yourself as someone who will add unique value to that target segment. If you can do that, you'll have the ability to get your message out. If you're communicating to 500 homes or 1,000 or 2,000, probably at most, you're going to have a lot better chance of breaking through than if you're trying to get your message out to 10,000 or 20,000 or 30,000, right? So most agents, though, they're everywhere. They try to do sphere of influence. They try to do a little bit of geo farming. They try to do a little bit of expires, right? And they don't really focus on one. So I think you got to go deep in one area. Get traction there. Get up to 1 or 2 deals a month from that area, and then spread out into adjacents, right? Spread out and add more pillars as you master one pillar. So that's the most important thing I think that most agents can do is go through this process, really narrow your strategy, and pick 500, 1,000 people, homes, etc., that you're going to market to. If you think about it, the time, energy, cost it would take to get your message out one time to 10,000 people right? That same amount of effort, energy, and money could get your message out 10 times to 1,000 people, and you're much more likely to get noticed that way. That's the whole concept behind this. And by the way, it doesn't have to be a geographical or demographical focus. It can be a prospecting technique, right? I know agents that started out just hitting the phones, doing 1 to 2 hours a day of calling expireds, calling for sale by owners, and doing a technique called circle prospecting. That's where you're calling the houses around the listings that you get, right? So just mastering that one prospecting technique of calling those types of leads, those types of people, and doing it 1 to 2 hours a day. I've seen people do this and hit similar numbers to what I did in my first year in the business, right? So you got to narrow your focus, whether it's a target market or a type of prospecting or marketing technique. All right, the second thing that you need to do is be consistent. Once you have that focus, you got to keep at it, right? You can't just do it once or twice or 3 times or for a month or 2 or 3 and expect results, right? You're going to get what we call this hockey stick graph of success, where it's going to look like nothing's happening, and then all of a sudden your success is going to skyrocket, right? It's going to take off. Most agents, most people, and anything for that matter, are going to quit before they get to that point. So you got to have consistent focus and time on task for a certain period of time. And number 3, this is one of the biggest things that you need to do no matter what level you are in your career to have consistent success, and that is follow up, right? Too many agents spend time trying to get new leads or get in front of new people when they've got hundreds of thousands of dollars of commissions in the people they're already in front of or in the leads they already have, right? You're typically not going to book the appointment on the first try. You're not going to get the sale on the first try, right? On average, it takes 5, 6, 7 attempts, 7 contacts. So you got to be consistent with your follow-up and treat the leads you have, treat the prospects you have, treat the people you're in front of like gold. Just continue to stay in front of them so that when they have a real estate decision to make and are ready to go, you are the one in front of them. You are the one top of mind. So if you do those 3 things, if you pick a niche, if you are consistently taking action, and you do your follow-up, you have much better odds of succeeding in your first year in the business, hitting numbers like I did, like Elisa did. So don't listen to the haters and the naysayers and the people that say you don't have a shot of putting up monster numbers as a new real estate agent. You do. You just got to follow these steps, and you can do it. Anyone can. Trust me, I did it, and I know you can too.